recording. Last week, Friday, we did the lab. I gave you guys time Thursday and Friday for the lab safety diagram. We did the get to know you sheets. If you have those get to know yous, if you have the parent letter from the back of your course outline still with you, please hand those in. You guys are block C. They go in the bin on the side, says C. If you finished your lab safety diagram, get that in. If you did not finish it, we have a lab. Our first lab is tomorrow. If it's not in, you don't get to do it. Get that thing done and in so that we can lab tomorrow. Pretty sure it's going to be tomorrow. Might be Wednesday, but I'd like to do it tomorrow. Start it tomorrow at least. If you've got, like I said, if you got your lab diagrams, hand those in. If not, you will have a little bit of time to work through some of it today. I've got a short lesson for you, and then a large chunk of time to work on things. So grab your safety booklet out if you haven't already. This page we are going to come back to. We're going to skip this one for a sec. I want you to flip to this page here. Find me this page. Is there anyone here who's brand new and has none of the things? Doesn't have their booklet, doesn't have... Okay. Just one. Oh, and Ruben. You left me this. Criteria for your method. Yeah. So, where is the thing? Get to know you, which also includes some students. Oh, yeah. Course outline. The safety booklet. Science lab diagram. Okay. Okay, welcome, sir. Here's all the things. I'd like to do the best you can with it, right? With whatever else your life, that gardening, whatever. At the very back, there is a thing I want you to just write your name inside. There inside this is going through this. You understand? There's a no sheet. This is now review of lab safety. 9. You were here. And this would be assignment that we started last week. Diagram. This is everything. That's what you're working on so far. Okay. So, find me this page if you haven't already. The safety symbols. This is, I know you do this in a little bit more detail in 9. I just want to review the existence of these things with you. Mr. O, I saw some of my grade 9s doing it in class this morning after they were done their math. Making everyone draw them all by hand. I will not make you draw them. I just want you to be able to identify what they are. You guys are going to be helping yourself to the chemicals. I'm not going to serve you from the chemicals. I want you to at least be aware of some of the dangers that these chemicals possess. So when you see these symbols, you recognize what they mean and how to treat these things with care. So this one, the first one is the gas cylinder. Generally speaking, the gas cylinders mean that whatever you've got is under pressure, and anything that's under pressure can do what? What's the danger with things being under pressure? Explode. So anything that's under pressure, it's a dissolved gas or a liquefied gas. The reason we avoid exposure to heat or pressure is because these things will explode given sufficient heat and temperature. And it depends what the thing is. But this includes things like your spray deodorant that some of my grade 9s were playing with this morning. It's the fire extinguisher. It's any of these objects that have this symbol on it, if you heat them, they will eventually fail and explode. So you want to be careful of things like that have this gas cylinder symbol on them. The flame symbol. Flame is fairly straightforward. What does it mean? It means that whatever that symbol is on is flammable. The vapors can catch fire easily. If near heat, flames, or sparks. Those are some of the funnest things that we have to deal with in the lab. But that is what that symbol means. This one's slightly different. What is your understanding of this symbol? I know it says a little paragraph right here, but what does it mean to you? What do you remember from grade 9? That's what this one means. This one means that in contact with fire, the object itself will burn. This one is slightly different. That O, that is not just a circle. That's the letter O. Fire needs what to burn? Oxygen. If there is no oxygen present, fire will not light, even if the object you have is flammable. So one of the brain teasers that I've given my grade 9s in the past is something like, if you have a room full of natural gas, like completely full of natural gas, and you light a match, what will happen? The answer is nothing. Nothing will happen. Because if it is actually, and you guys are aware that natural gas is flammable, yes? If the room is completely full of natural gas, it means there's no oxygen. It means if you try to light a match, nothing's going to happen. The match will not light because there's no oxygen present. What this symbol means is that whatever chemical you're working with creates an oxygen source. So if you present this chemical, if you make it available, it will produce a ton of oxygen, which means it will make other things more flammable because fire needs oxygen. This symbol means the chemical will produce oxygen, letting everything else burn better. That's what that symbol means. This symbol means chemical is highly reactive and is an explosion hazard. You would have seen this last year. I hope your Science 9 teacher did this. What chemical, when added to water, will just spontaneously explode? Did any of you do this last year with your Science 9 teacher? Who said no? Who did you have for science last year? Mr. O. He didn't do this? Just toss some chemicals in water, thing goes boom all by itself? Oh, you just got exposed. I never see that. By your... You guys have did any of your Science 9 teachers put sodium in water? Seriously? Okay, well, I'll have to do that for you just for fun. Sodium is a metal. You can cut it with a butter knife. It's a very soft metal. And on its own, in the presence of water, it will spontaneously explode. That's what this symbol means. It means that whatever chemical you have is highly reactive and explosive. This symbol is corrosive. You can see there's a hand, whether that's a piece of metal or wood or whatever. It means that the chemical that's present will burn through either of these things. We have a whole unit, or a whole section of our first unit is on corrosive chemicals. Generally speaking, when we think of corrosive things, we think of what kind of chemical? Starts with an A. It's 4 letters long. Yes, an acid. We have 3 labs, 2 for sure, maybe 3 labs, dedicated just to working with acids. Acids are corrosive. Given time and strength, they will burn through skin and basically whatever else you put them in contact with. That's what this symbol means. This symbol is the least entertaining of all the symbols. The exclamation mark just means that there may be less serious health effects. Super vague. But it also may damage the ozone layer. Again, also kind of vague. How many of you think about the ozone layer on a regular basis? Like in the 90s when I was in elementary school, the ozone layer was a big deal. There's a hole in the ozone layer was a big deal in the 90s. That's not really a thing anymore. So this one is a less serious health effects, but you might get a rash. It'll be uncomfortable. This one has an explosion near your heart. May cause serious health effects. Assorted cancers, perhaps. Like serious health effects, but you're not going to die right away. The skull and crossbones means that this chemical is a pirate. Also that it will definitely, absolutely kill you. This skull and crossbones is the universal symbol for death. There are some things that we work with that if you decide you want to eat them, will kill you. Not a pleasant experience. That's what that symbol means. This is a fun symbol. This is the biohazard symbol. Nothing that we work with will use this symbol. But if you take Psychology 12, for those of you who are interested in psychology, depending on the teacher, there are brain dissections. If that's done, you can hand it in, Krishika. If that's done, hand it in. Depending on who you have for Psychology 12, there might be a brain dissection. When I taught Psychology 12, we dissected brains. And this symbol is on that. If you're taking Bio 11, Bio 12, you do dissections, this biohazard symbol might be present on there. It means that whatever you're working with may contain harmful microorganisms like bacteria and viruses. Ooh, did any of you have Mr. Easton for grade 9? None of you? Lame. Did any of you in grade 9 do the swabbing? You did with who? With Mr. O? Did he talk to you guys about the stuff that you grew in those Petri dishes? Yeah, you did the Q-tip and you wiped it in the bathroom or on the fountains, or you did this? Yeah, and you saw some crazy things grow? Did he talk to you about what was growing? But that was it? That's all he said was kind of vague? Did he let you touch the Petri dishes after the things were growing? Are you okay? What's going on? Okay, we're just dying? Okay. I don't know if you went into any detail about the kinds of things you found, but I know in the past Mr. Easton has done that same lab, has tested those things, and has found that some of the Petri dishes that his grade 9s grew were actually wildly toxic and super hazardous. Those things get incinerated after you guys let the little things grow. And this symbol here with the dead fish and the dead tree is exactly perhaps what you think it would be. This symbol means things are bad for the environment. So this should be, for most of you, should be review. What I'm going to get you guys to do today is, again, it's effectively a work block. What I want you to work through is a bunch of questions related to these WHMIS symbols. You're going to flip back. You're going to look at a bunch of the safety in the lab related to the stuff that we talked about on Friday. And you're going to have a little bit of time today to finish your lab maps if those are not done. You've got an hour here. Your task today, and I might have one more for you, is to start here with these WHMIS ones. I want you to start here. And I want you to work through the WHMIS symbols. You're going to label them. You're going to answer a bunch of questions about them. You're going to flip back. And you're going to look at the safety in the lab. And with a little bit of time left, I might give you one more activity. So, that is your task today. WHMIS symbols, safety in the lab, and then the lab safety diagram. I want to put on some music. I want you to work through these things, and we'll see where we are in 40 minutes. I might have one more task for you. On your mark, get set, giver.